Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the important theorem used in circuit analysis. It is a Norton's theorem. So already we discussed in the previous videos some of the network analysis theorem like Thevenin's reciprocity theorem, superposition theorem, maximum power transfer theorem and so on. So similar to that, the one of the important theorem in the analysis of the circuit is Norton's theorem. Okay, and this Norton's theorem, it states that, so this Norton's theorem is similar to Thevenin's, okay. But in the Thevenin's theorem already, okay, so we discussed in the previous video, any complex circuit, it can be replaced by one voltage source in series with the Thevenin's resistance RTH. Okay, this is Thevenin's theorem. Similarly, so the Thevenin's theorem is a voltage source model, but this Norton's theorem, it is a current source model. Okay, so in that, so what is Norton's theorem means? It states that a linear two terminal network, it can be replaced by the equivalent circuit. Okay, it consisting of a current source IN in parallel with the resistance RN. Okay, that is the difference. In Norton's theorem, any linear two terminal network, we can replace it with. Okay, so for this two terminal network, we have to draw the equivalent circuit. That equivalent circuit consisting of only two elements. One is the current source, okay, Norton's current source IN in parallel with the Norton's equivalent resistance RN. Okay, this is the Norton's theorem. In Thevenin's, the same linear two terminal network, we can replace it with one voltage source. Okay, Thevenin's voltage source VTH in series with the Thevenin's resistance RTH. It is said to be Thevenin's theorem. So from that, we can say that the Thevenin's theorem is a voltage source model. Okay, and this Norton's theorem is a current source model. So using once you calculated the Norton's equivalent model means, so we can draw the Thevenin's equivalent model using source transformation technique. Okay, so already you know the source transformation technique. If voltage source in series with the resistance, we can replace by the current source in parallel with the same resistance. Okay, here this RTH RN value remains same. Okay, the calculation of RTH and RN is also same, but the calculation of VTH and IN is different. Okay, VTH means it is a open circuited voltage between the terminal A and B. But here the IN is nothing but the short circuited current, okay, flowing through this terminal AB. Okay, the short circuited current flowing through this terminal AB is called as a Norton's current. Okay, so this is the difference between the Thevenin's model and this Norton's model. Okay, so Thevenin's model means any complex linear two terminal network, we can replace it with voltage source in series with resistance. Similarly, in Norton's circuit, any linear two terminal network, we can replace it with the current source in parallel with the resistance RN. Okay, that's all. And where IN, what is IN? The IN is the short circuited current through the terminal. Okay, so this AB, you just short circuit, and in this AB, what is the current flowing? You find that current as a IN. And RN is nothing but the equivalent resistance. Okay, the RN is nothing but equivalent resistance at the terminal A and B. Okay, across this terminal A and B, what is the total resistance? According to that network reduction technique, you just find that is the value of RN. Okay, and while calculating RN, similar to Thevenin's theorem, here also we have to make all independent sources are off. Okay, turned off. That means if voltage source is available in the circuit means you just replace it with short circuit. If the current source is available means you just replace it with open circuit. Okay, this is said to be the Norton's theorem. Okay, so Norton's theorem states that linear two terminal network can be replaced by the equivalent circuit consisting of the current source IN in parallel with resistor RN. Okay, that's all. This is the important 2-mark question. Okay, and using this theorem, so the big question problem we have to solve. Okay, so in order to solve this Norton's theorem, so what are the procedure we have to follow? See, So this procedure is similar to the Thevenin's theorem procedure. That is only one step is different. Okay, the current IN current we have to find out. In Thevenin's problem we have to find VTH. Okay, so the first step is to identify the load and remove the load. Okay, yes, the same step in the total original circuit. So which is a load we have to identify. Okay, you just remove the load. That removed load you just make it as a name as AB. Okay, it is the first step. Then the second step is to we have to find IN. What is IN? Short circuited current in the terminal AB. Okay, so we are removing the load, you know, in that end, that removed load, in the place of removed load we may make A and B. Okay, this A and B you just make it as a short circuit. So in the short circuited path, what is the current flowing? You just find using any method, mesh analysis, nodal analysis, any method, you just calculate this current. That current is a IN, Norton's current. Okay, so here IN is a short circuited current. In Thevenin's VTH, it is a open circuited voltage across the terminal A and B. But here IN is the short circuited current in the terminal AB. Okay, and the third step is to we have to find Norton's equivalent resistance, RTH or RN. What is Norton's equivalent resistance? Means this Norton's equivalent resistance calculation is same as that of the Thevenin's equivalent resistance calculation. Okay, so we have to measure the total resistance. Okay, you just measure the total resistance across this terminal A and B. This entire circuit we have to reduce into one single resistance. That part is a Norton's equivalent resistance. So using series combination, parallel combination, or star to delta, delta to star conversion process, you may reduce this entire network into one single resistance. Okay, that is said to be the Norton's resistance. So the Norton's resistance and Thevenin's resistance both are same only. Okay, and while calculating this Norton's resistance and Thevenin's resistance, you should follow the thing. All independent voltage sources and current sources are deactivated. Okay, that means in the calculation of this RTH or RN, you just make all current sources and voltage sources are zero. Okay, that means if voltage sources available means you just replace the voltage source by short circuit. If current sources available means you just replace the current source by open circuit. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, so after calculating IN and RTH, the next step is to we have to draw the Norton's equivalent diagram or Norton's equivalent model for the circuit A. Okay, then after drawing the Norton's equivalent, what is Norton's equivalent diagram? This one. Okay, the Norton's current source in parallel with RN. Okay, after drawing this Norton's equivalent diagram, the final step is to you just reconnect the circuit B. The circuit B is nothing but load. In first step, we are removing the load, you know, that load is said to be circuit B. You just reconnect the B across this terminal AB. Okay, so across this AB, you just reconnect that load. Okay, now if the question is current flowing through this load means you just find the current IL. Okay, using this current division theorem or anything. Or if the question is voltage across the load means you just find the voltage. Okay, so the final step is to reconnect the circuit B, that is load, and determine the variable of interest. Okay, so which one is our variable? Either current is a variable or voltage is a variable. Our question, you just find either current or voltage. Okay, using the suitable method. Okay, so this is said to be the Norton's theorem. Okay, so both Thevenin's and Norton's model are equivalents. Okay, so using source transformation technique, we may convert the Thevenin's equivalent into Norton's equivalent. Okay, if a Thevenin's equivalent circuit, you know, means using source transformation, we can convert into Norton's equivalent. If Norton's equivalent circuit, you know, means we can convert into Thevenin's equivalent using source transformation. Okay, so that's why the Thevenin's model and the Norton's model is said to be the dual. Okay, dual of each other. Okay, this is the thing behind the Norton's theorem. So in the next video, we are going to solve the problem related with this Norton's theorem. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel. If you want to learn all videos, lecture videos, as well as the 2-mark question and MCQ videos for the subject circuit analysis, in my channel, the 2 separate playlist is created. First, all lecture videos available in the name of circuit analysis playlist, and the 2-mark question, 2-mark problem and answers. Then the 1-mark questions are available in another one playlist, circuit analysis MCQ. Okay, so you learn all topics from that video in order. Okay, and if you want to learn the remaining videos, I will give link for those videos in the description box also. You can refer it. Okay, so thank you. We will meet in the next video with Norton's theorem problem.